Hello, everyone. We're back. I'm sorry I'm so late. We are back. Reading from the Great Reset from the World Economic Forum website, and I took a few items, few things to read, to share, and these are very important because this is what the future is going to be. If you're still waiting for a man-led revolution from beneath, I live beneath, and I'm telling you, it ain't happening. So, the natural world, natural occurrences, and the ruling class are going to be what's put together. That doesn't mean we don't play a role, but when that collapses, or put it this way, when the natural world clears things, then we have to put together the institutions and the systems to take us into the next level of humanity or to survive. But just surviving is not even going to be an option anymore. You're going to have to live, and we have the technology and the tools to do it. So that's a good thing. Cleaning, just go to reading. Cleaning the air means improving health, mitigating climate change, and protecting biodiversity. The effects of air pollution are profound and often under-recognized. Though decreased mobility during COVID-19 provided a vivid glimpse into what's possible if the problem is properly addressed. The burden of pollution tends to be greater for poorer nations and for marginalized groups in high-income countries, but the good news is that we can eliminate much of this pollution with existing technologies and practices, and at a surprisingly low cost, if we strategically invest in infrastructure, services, and incentives. Thanks to continuing advances in air pollution detection and analytics, we will increasingly have the intelligence necessary to drive positive change. I keep telling you all, 2020 was the mark. And if I had accepted what I kind of knew, but 2020 proved without a shadow of a doubt, my life would have been different. I would have been better off. I would have still been married, so on and so forth. But 2020 is the mark. 2020 is the mark where we knew we were moving into a new kind of, we were evolving out of the insanity that was put together by the founding fathers and things like that. They know it. I know it. Now you know it. This briefing is based on the views of a wide range of experts. Okay, that's the little things that come after them. Let's go to the next level. The behavioral sciences are a powerful tool that can be wielded to engender responsible decision making and improve the quality of life, whether by helping people improve their eating habits or boost their retirement savings, helping a company engender better team spirit, or helping governments encourage the payment of taxes. The behavioral sciences have a significant role to play in smoothing society's path amid the dramatic changes accompanying the fourth industrial revolution. So what are they saying? Behaving better. They're already trying to do it, but they're doing it in a clunky way. Less individual vehicles, more mass transit. That's one thing. Eating habits. I've been a vegetarian for 8 years. It used to be, well, I can go in and get the different vegetables I want. Now more people are eating more vegetarian things. They're eating more of the plant-based products like Beyond and veggie burgers and veggie hot. They're eating more of that. They're eating more of the vegetables. They're eating more of these salad kits and things like that. So now when I go in the store, I have to really look and search. Whereas before, just just say 2 or 3 years ago, I always had my fill of it. I could just take what I wanted. So eating habits are changing. When it comes to retirement savings, you can do your own retirement savings. There were a lot of apps. Stash is the one I use, but I think Webull. I'm not sure if Robinhood does it, but there's all kinds of apps you can use. TD, Ameritrade. Ameritrade is by itself, but TD has its own IRA accounts. I think you can start the TD with $300, and you can just. I'm not sure how you put money in. I think you could put money in anytime you want, or every quarter. I'm not sure, but then you have Ameritrade, which is another app, and so we're going to be working for ourselves. We're going to be handling our own 401ks. We're going to be investing in ourselves. I like Stash because Stash gives a lot of free stocks. They have these bonus parties. Also, with the Stash Bank card, if you buy things from the store and they trade that that store, that company, you get free stocks in that when you make the purchase. So, for instance, I used it in Home Depot. I used it in Dollar Tree, and each time you use it, you get a little bit of stocks from that thing. So I don't know how the other apps like that work, but this is the new way. No longer do you go to human resources and they do your 401k and accounting departments and all that. You work for yourself, you save for yourself, you invest for yourself. And then the apps have sections where they invest for you too. So more things are being put in our hands. The one thing we have to deal with is housing. It's still an issue, but from what I understand, in Detroit or in Michigan, they're building a lot of housing for voucher systems. So it's going to be vouchers. That's the public-private partnership that people like. I would rather we just have municipal housing, but this is going to be the way that you're going to live and get apartments. That's why all the big hedge fund companies are buying all the real estate. They're buying all the rental units, or a lot of the rental units. I think they own it might be 5 or 6 companies own 40 to 60% of the rental units in the country. So they're preparing for this because they know everybody can't afford luxury housing or market rate, quote unquote. But the market rate is there so that the government can give you vouchers to make them wealthier. So that's what's coming in that. We're going to have to do a lot more on our own than we used to. Social services might not be around anymore, or I can tell you right now that even that's automated. You don't have to talk to as many people as you used to. A lot of it is you scanning documents and uploading documents, and then there's a phone call interview, and that's basically it. You either deny it or accept it. So everything is changing. I think for the better. But if you don't know how to do paperwork, if you're not good with your computer, if you're not good with uploading documents on your device, your mobile device, you're going to have problems. But I think everyone can use their mobile device. If you can take pictures, you can upload. Let's go to the next section. The management of financial and monetary systems is intimately connected to global risk in the form of the potential market meltdowns, spiraling inflation, pandemics, and heightened geopolitical tension. In the wake of the global financial crisis more than a decade ago, populist movements cast doubts on existing monetary institutions, and critics questioned efforts made by central banks to set the right course for markets. Now these same institutions are being relied upon to help keep international financial waters calm. Basically, we know money is fiat, and we know you can just print money when you want, the central banks. So our Federal Reserve can print money. I guess the Bank of England can print money. It's all, as someone called it, decimal points on a computer screen. We figured that out in 2020. We also figured out now that you see Biden, when there's no money supposedly in the budget to give to Ukraine or Israel, money just pops up. 12 billion here, 20 billion there, without no budget. So where's it coming from? Emergency funds, maybe. But money's always printed, more money for military excursions. So, and it's not like that money is necessarily being taken from other places. It's just being printed. The fourth industrial revolution represents a fundamental change in the way we create, exchange, and distribute value. It is a technological shift merging our physical, digital, and biological worlds into one. The fast developing technology pushing it forward, such as artificial intelligence, genome editing, augmenting reality, robotics, and 3D printing are promising smart solutions for intractable challenges. But this revolution also calls for governing these solutions in ways that empower, foster collaboration, and help build more sustainable foundation for social and economic development. And that's where a lot of things like the voucher programs come in. That's where a lot of things like Universal Basic Income, come in. You're going to have to do these things to offset what we all don't make. For instance, I basically created a digital school that teaches lessons from different literature primary sources. I do it on other platforms and I get paid every time someone takes it, but then I also created my own platform with all of these lessons. Now, I don't get the support, so I don't make as much funds. And there's all kinds of racial reasons for that and ethnic reasons for that. And I know because the people who do what I do that are white, like let's say Patreon, I have no patrons. The people that do the same thing I do that are white have 900 patrons, 600 patrons, 1,000 patrons. So that's because black people don't understand. We're so slow to understand. Tim's got a school right there. He's got the information I need right there. We're still kind of in fantasy land, dragging behind because we're last. But I'm doing the work. And so what governments and private organizations are going to have to do is fund me while the people who should be funding me catch up. Also, there's a lot of non-for-profit money swashing around. A lot of foundations, and I'm going to start using the Conason Center and try to really get some of that. Even though it's for non-for-profit, I think I'm going to try to use the Conason Center. I'm going to try to create non-for-profits too to get these things. There's a lot of problems that are going unsolved, and I have ideas and people to help me solve all of them. So when I run into people who want to solve problems, we're writing proposals, and we're going to try to get funding. So that's another way. The foundations, private foundations, are coming directly to people. And a lot of things that government was supposed to do, but didn't do properly, we have a chance to do properly. If we do nothing, then the government part will have to stay there and do it improperly for you. But why would you rather just sit here and let incompetence govern you when you can just come govern each other, govern yourselves, and get things done? That's really going to be the question. I think we'll stop here, and on Sunday we'll continue to read. I think I got 2 more pages left. 2 more pages left. So we'll go from there. If you want to support, you know what to do. Hit the links, give directly, or become a sponsor. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and please be safe.